People hurt you and wanted you to stay hurt. Without feeling bad or saying sorry, they left, thinking they had killed you. But here's the truth that they will never see. Retaliation is not necessary. Only silence and a plan are needed. It's not the screaming kind, the type that changes things, which makes your absence more noticeable than any argument. This kind makes your growth look like a weapon. Ancient Stoics were very aware of this. Always avoid wasting time on people who are below you in the hierarchy. Reacting doesn't hurt someone. Outgrowing them completely kills them. By removing their importance. You can do this by becoming everything they didn't think you could be and letting them watch from a distance they'll never cross again. This has nothing to do with being angry. It's about accuracy. The 13 smartest things you can do to hurt someone without saying a word are listed below. Let's begin. Number 1. Give them nothing to react to. The reward for them is how you respond. They want you to scream, flinch, or break. They like chaos. What if you didn't do anything? It's possible that your quiet scared them more than 1,000 insults. Controlling your feelings is the first and best thing you can do to hurt someone. When bad things happen, how you handle them is what counts, as Epictetus said. When you don't move while they scream and smile while they spit poison, they can't hurt you. A toxic person gets very angry when the person they tried to break doesn't pay attention to them. Having power means having control. Don't make any noise or move your eyes or face. They want a show. You teach them how to behave. Your silence turns into a wall that can't be broken through and doesn't care. Everyone who tries to upset you hits a wall of calm that won't move. No shout can be heard over that quiet. Toxic people need your response to feel like their attack is real. Without it, they feel frustrated and helpless. Their efforts may not stop, but each failed try weakens their grip on things. Marcus Aurelius said something wise. How much worse are the results of anger than the things that make you angry? You hurt yourself more than the person who made you angry. If you lose control, you give up the fight. You take back your power when you stay calm, though. To control your emotions, you don't have to hide them. You just have to choose how and when to react. It means they don't own your peace with their words and deeds. You can make even the most hostile enemies feel uneasy when your face stays still, your voice stays calm, and your gaze stays fixed. This calmness also keeps your mental and emotional energy safe. Reacting quickly drains you and takes your attention away from your goal. Instead, find power in being able to hold back. Make sure you're so stable that nothing can shake you. You take away their power quietly and completely by giving them nothing to respond to. No matter how angry they are, you stay strong, quiet, and victorious. Before you say a word, this is your first and maybe most powerful move to destroy people who hurt you. Number 2, build in shadows, strike with results. Giving someone who tried to break you the most embarrassing answer is to get better. Do not say what you're going to do. Do not share your progress. They should find out when you get there. Epictetus said, if you want to get better, be happy with being seen as stupid and foolish. This teaches us to be humble and patient in a smart way. Too often, people want to be praised or rewarded right away for their hard work. But real growth is like a storm that's going on below the surface. That kind of work is best done alone. Early in the morning before anyone else wakes up, and late at night after everyone else has gone to sleep. When you learn to improve yourself when no one is looking, you keep your enemies from getting pleasure from seeing you fight. Let them have doubts. Say in a whisper, he's done. She's lost her spark. Their lack of confidence in you is your biggest benefit. It's like a cloud that they can't see when they write you off. They miss the many hours of hard work you put into being disciplined. They will be shocked when you finally come out stronger, smarter, and more capable. It will hurt like a wound that never heals. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who desires more that is poor, Seneca said. People who need other people's approval and care build weak empires that fall apart at the touch of a finger. But you, when you only think about your own progress and standards, you build a strong base. No matter what other people think, you get better in character, skill, and energy. Think of your progress as a quiet arrow that goes straight for their doubts. Every goal you reach and every small win is a planned strike. They don't see you getting better at things, becoming more resilient, or broadening your thoughts. They won't feel the effect until you're there, fully formed and impossible to ignore. When something works this well, it doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need to be praised or approved of. This message tells you, I am more than you ever thought. I can't be stopped. The strength of this silence comes from how sure it is. They doubt you, but you don't respond to them. You go beyond them. You can also keep your energy up by focused on yourself and not on social media noise or public attention. You avoid the mistakes of comparing yourself to others and the distraction of wanting to be liked. You instead build a quiet confidence that shines through when you walk into a room or face a task. Don't forget that real change is a process, not a show. It comes from slowly building up strength and knowledge that only you can see until you decide to show it. And when you do, it will break down every lie your enemies thought they knew about you. So don't talk while you work. Keep getting better without anyone looking. Be the sound that breaks their quiet and makes them feel bad about what they did. Number 3, starve them of your energy. Taking away the thing someone wants most, your attention, is the best way to hurt them. Your energy is worth money. Don't waste your money on people who hurt your feelings. No calls, not a message, not interested in their life. Make sure they know how much you miss them. These days, attention is one of the most important things you can have. People who hurt you often try to take your attention away, drain your emotional energy, and keep you involved in their drama. But you have power when you don't feed into that loop. If you stop paying attention to them at all, you're denying them the food they need to grow. It is not things that bother us, but our judgments about things. Marcus Aurelius told himself every day. It is a powerful reminder that your peace rests on how you deal with or ignore events in the outside world. When you step back and don't give their provocations any meaning or power, you take away their power. In this case, detachment does not mean coldness or indifference in a bad way. Putting your health and happiness first is a choice you make on purpose. Getting away from negative forces helps you keep your mental and emotional energy up. You can let your energy grow and recharge when you stop checking their messages, wondering what they're doing, and playing over and over their words in your head. It feels freeing to let go of the need to know or control what they do. That clear line says, I am not here to be your puppet. It's a sign of self-respect. You keep your distance from them, not because you hate them, but because you value your own needs more than their attempts to hurt or trick you. This pulling away is stronger than confronting. They are trapped in an invisible prison by their need to know how you will respond. It's a silent sentence. As soon as you walk away, they are left alone with their anger and despair, in the awkward silence they were trying to avoid. Picture your power as sunlight. When you take the light away from dangerous people, they die in the dark. You become the calm in a storm that goes on around you. They are more scared of this calmness than any case or defense could. Remember that building peace within yourself is the best way to get back at someone. Take away all of your energy from them and watch as their power decreases until it's gone. Number 4, turn their betrayal into fuel. When someone hurts you, you have to decide whether to break under the weight of their betrayal or become stronger than ever. The Stoic way goes with the second option. Betrayal is painful, but it should never bring you down. Instead, it should spark a fire inside you that makes you want to change. Being able to turn pain into power without saying a word is the key to silent death. One of the great Stoic thinkers, Musonius Rufus, said, "Discipline is the foundation of virtue." Discipline is what makes strong, erratic feelings into clear, focused action. It is what wakes you up early in the morning, even when your heart is heavy. It means not giving up and letting yourself be a victim. If you are disciplined, disloyalty stops being an anchor that holds you back and starts fueling your progress. Think about how the betrayal still hurts like a fresh wound in the morning. You should push yourself even more at that point. Rise and shine. Train longer. Find out more. Some people let their anger consume them, but you use it to improve your mind, body, and skills. This is how you become awfully efficient, focused on becoming unstoppable instead of falling apart. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The thing that stops you from acting moves you toward action. What gets in the way turns into the way." Betrayal is both a problem and a way to get where you want to go. Instead of seeing it as a dead end, think of it as a task that will push you to reach new heights. Every moment of pain can be turned into discipline, and every insult can be turned into drive. The real power of this method is in how quiet it is. There's no need to act out or make big deals about how you've changed. Instead, you work every day in silence and an orderly way to make yourself so strong and well-rounded that the people who hurt you can't believe it. They will understand they lost more than they thought when they see your success, how strong you are, and how calm you are. In addition, this change is a personal win that goes far beyond getting revenge. It frees you from the chains of anger and hatred that betrayals often put around people. You take back control of your story by turning betrayal into fuel. You pick what happens at the end. Pain turns into a teacher. Your call to action is betrayal, and train your shield and sword. The final blow to those who hurt you isn't yelled from the hills. It's the steady growth of your character, skills, and purpose. This is the kind of quiet, smart ruin that can't be fought back against. It leaves only respect and awe. Number 5. Make them regret ever seeing you again. Imagine how shocked they will be to see the person they tried to kill standing there, calm and attractive. That picture turns into a blade that cuts through every lie, insult, and false story they told about you. It's sharper and more cutting than any words. It's living proof that their efforts to put you down completely failed. But this change goes beyond the surface. It's not about small changes or looks that don't last. Give off a glow not only with your looks, but also with your stance, presence, and mind. Strive to be strong and sure of yourself at all times. Allow your actions to talk louder than any words you may use. Your steady, calm look, the careful control in your voice, and the slight lift of your chin are all signs that you are a new person who is stronger than before. They shouldn't recognize you when they see you again. They were able to break the version of you that they were after. That person is no longer there. In their place is someone who has risen above their pain and become something dangerous, someone who should be respected instead of pitied. The worst kind of silent destruction is turning into a live contradiction to what they thought you would be. They thought they would be weak, angry, or lose. In its place, they find grace, strength, and a calmness that won't let their hate win. Just being there makes them question what they think and shames their violence. The poor person is not the one who has too little, but the one who wants more. Seneca once thought, "No longer do you want their praise or validation. You've made a self that doesn't need permission, praise, or words of vengeance." They can't get through your change because it's like a wall. Whenever they catch a look of you, whether it's by accident or on purpose, it reminds them of how bad they were. The people who crossed you now feel bad about it because the new you is not only unbreakable, but also quietly victorious. Their pain gives you strength, their doubt gives you drive, and their sorrow gives you a quiet victory. You don't tell this story, you live it. The power is in the way you do not speak. They already know they lost without hearing from you. Your growth, peace, and success speak for themselves. Number 6, deny them the currency of your time. Don't waste your time on people who have never cared about it. Power is bought and sold with time. If you take it away from someone, they can't get in touch with you. That's a silent flight. One thing you can never get back is time. Even though it's the most valuable thing you have, many people carelessly give it to people who don't earn it. People who hurt you usually want you to be involved in their lives, which takes up your time, energy, and attention. But once you know that time is the most important thing you have, you know that protecting it is not selfish, it's necessary. As Seneca warned, people are careful to protect their own property, but they are very wasteful when it comes to wasting time. This means that most people are very careful with their money or things, but they don't think twice about giving away their time. Do not make this mistake. Keep your time safe like a castle. Be very picky about who you let in. Your calendar will protect you. Anyone who has abused your time, ignored your availability, or made you feel less than worthy should be taken off your plan. It is your right and duty to do so. Don't feel like you have to answer every message or call. Don't let bad things get in the way of your day. Make your limits clear and strong. It's not enough to just tell some people no. You have to say yes to your goals and to yourself. You will grow, be at peace, and be successful in the future for every minute you save by not giving time to people who don't earn it. It means taking back control of your life. Think about the power of refusing to be available without saying anything. Your mood used to be controlled by what someone else wanted, but now that person can't reach you or cares about you. That lack of presence talks louder than any argument or fight. It's a kind of exile that doesn't need an explanation, an apology, or a reason. Power is won when time is lost. Don't forget that your time is valuable. You get back an important part of yourself when you stop giving it to people who wasted it or hurt you. Though you don't say it, you send the message that you are too valuable to be used again. This quiet removal from their timeline is a terrible blow. It stops them from getting to you, having power over you, and hurting you again. It also sets you free to build, grow, and change into someone they can't touch anymore. Number 7, let the truth erode their lies. When you're quiet, your life can tell the story. You don't have to let them know. Do better in life. Their lies fall apart when you do well in places they said you could never do well. When people see how strong you are, the lies fall apart. Being real and true to yourself has a lot of immense power. People who hurt you often make up stories to hide their own fears or change how others see them. They say bad things about you, spread rumors, or try to hurt your image. But no lie can stand up to the constant light of living the truth without shame. Alexander the Great said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Let your quiet be your truth. You don't need to fight every lie with your breath. Your deeds, the things you've done, and the way you always act do the work for you. The truth rings without your defense. It hurts deeply when it cuts through lies, and those who made them can't get away from its power. Imagine how angry they must be when their lies are exposed, not by a fight, but by the fact that you are successful and honest. It gets easier to see through their lies as you do better. Your constant strength is like a mirror that shows everyone how dishonest they are. This is also the fairest way to do things. It only takes self-respect and sticking to your principles. No anger or hatred is needed. If you focus on living a good life by being honest, hardworking, and kind, the truth about you will come out louder than any talk campaign. Also, the people around you start to see you for who you really are. Friends, co-workers, and even strangers can see how strong and kind you are. They join forces with truth without you having to say a word. Your image turns into a wall that keeps other people from attacking you. Remember that lies grow best when there is no truth around. The clouds move away when you let everyone see your life. Their lies fall apart not because of noise or anger, but because of facts that can't be denied. Number 8. Replace them with giants. Don't shrink back when you see someone as old. Move up to better groups. Make friends with people who make you feel good, who respect you, and who push you to be better. The difference will hurt people who used to think you weren't worth much. People hold on to old relationships too often out of habit, fear, or comfort, even when those ties aren't helping them grow anymore. But to be truly strong, you have to change. When someone has hurt you or limited you, the best thing to do is to get away from them completely by surrounding yourself with people who make you want to be great. This doesn't mean destroying relationships out of spite. It means consciously picking a different road, one that will help you grow instead of limiting you. The key is to keep company only with people who lift you up and bring out your best, Epictetus said. This advice is always good. Your environment affects how you think, what you do, and eventually what happens to you. You not only protect yourself when you switch from harmful energy to helpful energy, but you also make your power stronger. It's important to find people who will help you grow, not people who will bring you down. These are honest, driven, and kind people who will hold you responsible, motivate you to learn, and push you to your limits. When someone believes in you, it makes you believe in yourself too. This is where the quiet destruction of those who hurt you starts. As you move up in society, the people who used to hurt you are left behind, and their views no longer matter. They can't see the value they were trying to take away from you, but your growth, success, and company become a mirror that shows them what they missed. This type of change is a quiet but deadly blow. They see you doing well, making new friends, getting more respect, and getting new chances. There's no denying the difference between the old you, limited, weak, and open, and the new you, strong, supported, and powerful. It shows that they failed and that you succeeded. Stay in mind that growth isn't just personal, it's also social. Your connections are what make you who you are and help you be successful. Change the people who hurt you for giants who help you. Let your silence and new partnerships say a lot that they can't argue with. Number 9, become the person they never expected. People who want to hurt you usually want you to be unhappy, angry, and resentful. They want you to lose your cool so they can bring you down to their level of pain and chaos. But the most powerful thing you can do is refuse to play that part. You should instead choose to be bright, calm, successful, and kind. The Stoics said to have what they called contrarian virtue. which means to be honest even when everyone else is crooked and chaotic. This idea is very important in Stoic thought. The Stoics thought that real virtue is shown not when things are calm and peaceful, but when things are hard, especially when there is abuse or wrongdoing around. It was taught that how you handle being pushed to your limits is the real test of your character. Will you give up and become angry, or will you stand up with honor and strength? Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to get back at someone who hurt you is to be unlike them." In other words, the best way to beat people who hurt you is not to hurt them back, but to become the exact opposite of what they expected. They will win if they see you give up and lash out. But if you stay calm, kind, and strong, you won't give them the pleasure of being in charge. They have to work at becoming the person they never thought they would be. It means being patient when they anger you, kind when they are mean, and successful when they want you to fail. It means being so in control of your feelings that you don't reply with anger, but with calm thought. This is not weakness. It's a kind of strength that gives off a quiet power. The great thing about this strategy is that it makes people who wanted to hurt you feel badly. They thought you would be sad and angry. Instead, they see you as a light that shines on their darkness. Your calmness is like a mirror that shows them how morally flawed they are, and they can't stand it. When you react to cruelty with kindness, you win in a way that is quiet but devastating. They should watch as you build your life, reach your goals, and show kindness where they were mean. The unbreakable goodness that they could never change hurts the bad people the most. Your change stands as a live protest against what they did. It means that they don't describe who you are. The way they tried to hurt you made you stronger. Your success and good character show how strong and tough you are. The smartest way to get rid of people who hurt you is to become everything they wanted to be, and quietly but powerfully show them they were wrong. There's no need for words. The word is your life. Number 10. Slam the door and throw away the key. If someone has hurt you, never letting them back in is one of the cruelest and most heartbreaking things you can do. Don't go back to pain dressed in new clothes, no matter how many times they say sorry or promise to make things better. There are scars and chapters that should never be opened again. It's normal to want to forget, make peace, or give someone another chance. But the Stoics teach us that forgetting or letting down our guard is not the same thing as forgiving. You can have firm limits and also forgive others. Sometimes the most self-respecting thing you can do is slam the door and throw away the key, cutting yourself off from parts of your life that aren't helping you grow or find peace. Don't return to distractions you've already escaped, Marcus Aurelius said. It is very important. Do not willingly fall back into old chaos once you've climbed out of a toxic situation and moved past the harm they caused. If you go back to a painful place under the guise of forgiving or making peace, you can lose all the success you worked so hard to achieve. Not because you're angry, but because you're smart. Slam the door. Your quiet here speaks louder than any argument or fight. It's the strongest statement of power because it means you decide who is in your life and won't let bad people into it again. If you don't let someone back in after they hurt you, they will never be able to affect you again. This is also a way to protect yourself. People who are toxic often say they will change, but real change takes time and proof, not just words. By shutting the door, you keep yourself from being let down, hurt, and emotionally worn out in the future. You let yourself fully heal without having to worry about going back to painful times. They should know that they missed out on a version of you that they will never see again. The penalty that is much worse than any fight is the loss of your presence. They look at you from the outside, unable to reach the strength and peace you have now. This way, the door you slam turns into a wall that protects your peace and lets your healing path go. Strength is shown in a quiet way that can't be taken back. Don't give anyone the key to your life, heart, or mind. Sometimes cutting ties with someone who has hurt you is the smartest thing you can do. Leave them with nothing but sorrow and silence. Number 11. Succeed where they hoped you would collapse. People who hurt you often want you to fail behind your back. Their meanness and disregard hide a hope, a dark wish that you will trip, fall, and break. They want your dreams to come true because it makes them feel in charge and better than you. But the most powerful, quiet scream of all is your success, especially where they thought you would fail. They were never in charge of your life, that's what it means. Every accomplishment you make stands as a monument, all proof that their actions did not break you. Every little win is a step forward that they need to celebrate, even if it's just in quiet. A legacy like that talks louder than any argument or sorry. They said you would fail, but you plant seeds of success that grow into strong pillars that can't be shaken. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body, Seneca said. The problems and pain that people who wanted to hurt you caused make you stronger, which helps you rise. The fact that you were able to succeed, even though they tried to bring you down, shows how strong your spirit is and how determined you are. Your success isn't just for you. It's a message to everyone who saw it, especially the people who didn't believe in you. It questions the story they were trying to tell and rewrites it on your terms. It shows that they made bad decisions and that their power over you was always a lie. Let your memory be the way you fix their mistake. Not arguing or getting back at someone is a waste of time. Instead, use that energy to make something that can't be argued with, like your job, relationships, skills, or personal growth. Each goal reached is a silent win, a rebuke that can't be ignored. This method is beautiful because it is graceful. Being successful is a quiet way to get back at someone without using bad language or doing bad things. People who don't like you can only watch and wonder how someone they tried to hurt became unbeatable. Remember that the best way to get rid of people who hurt you is to show them they're wrong through your constant, quiet success. Number 12. Leave them in the silence they created. Being able to close is a benefit, not a right. People who hurt you will often ask for answers, apologies, or final words as a way to get back in charge or feel better about their actions. You should not finish their story, though. That is the worst and best thing you can do. Not the last word. There was no last talk. Nothing but silence. In that silence, they are left to deal with their own guilt, wondering, feeling bad, and falling apart. Being quiet here is not a sign of weakness or escape. It's a sign of strength. It means you don't want to deal with the chaos they caused in your life. When someone hurts you, knowing they're doing harm, when they break you with open eyes, you don't have to let them off the hook. They gave up that right when they decided to hurt you. As a mirror, leaving them in the quiet they made shows what they did. They have to face the emptiness they left behind without the comfort of final explanations or conflicts. That empty room turns into a place for thought, self-doubt, and finally regret. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to get back at someone who hurt you is to be unlike them." Your quiet says more than any words in this case. It hurts them deeply and stops them from getting better because they will never get answers to the questions they have. They can't get rid of the feeling that they lost something important when you're not there. You keep the power and protect your own peace by not giving them the conclusion they want. You choose how the story ends, and sometimes that means just leaving it at that and letting time take its course. For people who want to be in charge or sure of things, silence can be the most disturbing thing. They are stuck in uncertainty because there is no final word. Every day, they have to deal with the results of their deeds. Their sorrow turns into a private pain that you don't need to see. But this quiet is also a gift to yourself. It lets you move on without getting caught up in their drama again. The painful part of your life is over, and you can start writing new pages full of strength, growth, and peace. You choose yourself when you choose quiet. Number 13. Become a stranger to their memory. There is one last, quiet, but very powerful way to kill someone who has hurt you. They shouldn't be able to connect the new you with the person they thought they knew from before, the person they tried to break. That version is gone and can't be found again. The new you is cooler, sharper, and smarter than the old you. You've been improved in every way. Your stance doesn't show that you're weak anymore. Your speech has a calm ease that comes from knowing yourself well and having a lot of experience. You're strong, clear-headed, and determined by the choices you make. From the way you walk into a room to the way you carry yourself, everything about you shows that you are changing. They can't remember you anymore. You've become a mystery they can't figure out. This break in communication is the worst kind of silent damage. They are shocked and saddened to learn that the person they hurt doesn't exist anymore, not just physically or emotionally, but in a deeper way. You are no longer someone they can hurt or use against you. You are no longer the same person. The new you is holy. Right now, when you look right through them and feel like they're not there, when their words and attempts to talk to you bounce off your strong skin, you land the final blow. Your lack of interest and growth show how strong you are inside. Not because you wanted to get even, but because you chose peace and growth instead. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in our minds than in real life. They are hurting now, but not because of what you say or do. It's because they know you have grown up and left their world, their impact, and their memories. You changed your story so that it fits your needs, and they are no longer welcome to be a part of it. It's more than just self-preservation to forget about them. It's a statement that you are in charge of your life. It means you are in charge of who you are, your past and your future. The gates are shut. The end of the story. The hurts they caused have become the basis of a new, unbreakable self. Becoming someone they don't know but can never forget is the smartest and most powerful way to destroy someone who has hurt you without saying a word or getting into a fight. You don't have to scream to be heard. You can win without fighting. The Stoics knew that the most powerful things don't come from destroying things, but from being steadfast in your practice, remaining silent and changing things. Words don't hurt people. The person you become hurts them. Remember, don't get even. Not a response, no going back. Evolution is all. Leave in quiet and let the fact that you are there hurt them.